Advanced Healthcare Center and Spine Institute in Jesup is your complete wellness clinic, serving Wayne County and the surrounding area for over 25 years. Advanced Healthcare combines excellent medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, acupuncture, and massage therapy providers working together as a team to get you well and enjoying life as soon as possible. They have state-of-the-art diagnostic and treatment options on site, including digital x-rays, ultrasound, nerve testing, durable medical equipment, laboratory, and much more to properly diagnose and treat your condition effectively. They accept most all major insurance plans, motor vehicle and workman's comp injury cases, and provide same-day appointments for your convenience. Advanced Healthcare specializes in the treatment of spinal pain, arm and leg pain, joint and arthritis pain, and headaches. Medically supervised weight loss with the genuine HCG tablets or prescription medications are available as well. Your health is their business. Advanced Healthcare and Spine Institute in Jesup. Health for life.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, an overflow crowd on hand at the Coastal Pines Auditorium for the Wayne County Board of Commissioners public meeting regarding Republic's proposal to haul coal ash into the Broadhurst landfill. The room was filled with concerned citizens, local and state politicians, members of the EPD, members of the Army Corps of Engineers, and for 2.5 hours, those on hand listened and asked questions and made comments about the proposal and the overwhelming sentiment from the Wayne County community as that they are against the proposal to build the rail yard at the landfill, and they're scared to death of the effects coal ash will have on the environment and their public health. For several weeks now, the Corps of Engineers has been receiving public comment on the issue from Wayne Countyans, and currently, as of last night, over 1,500 comments have been received by the Corps of Engineers, who have a lot to say on whether or not Republic is granted the right to build the rail yard and haul the coal ash into the landfill. Here was a spokesman from the Corps of Engineers emphasizing that they are taking public comment up until April the 5th.
Like I say, 1,500 comments we received. The public notice period is still in effect. We're still receiving comments, and I'm sure we'll get some more comments from tonight's engagement. And at the time that the comment period expires, which is April 5th, we gather all of that, and then we really get down to work in the business with the applicant in addressing all of your comments. It must be addressed adequately and thoroughly. And so we will look and start our process. So in the context of our program, we're literally in the early stages, the notice, the receiving comments, and then we get down to the hard work. Quite frankly, avoiding, minimizing, compensating, and finding ways, because part of our program to minimize impacts on the aquatic environment, and we're just starting that conversation once we public notice period ends. So again, greatly thank you for being here tonight. Look forward to your questions, because again, when I was talking with Kevin and setting this up, it's very, very important that we hear you, that we hear your specific comments, site-specific and important comments, because this is the way that we learn and we're able to make a well-balanced decision.
And once again, those comments of Corps of Engineers, again, April 5th is the deadline for public comment. EPD was in attendance, and EPD stands for Environmental Protection Division. It's their job and responsibility to protect the environment at all costs and protect the public from possible danger. Here was the EPD explaining the job of the EPD.
They monitor all these constituents that they just named a minute ago. It's required. As the landfill expands, this well system will expand, and once something is detected, we determine whether or not it's detected over a background sample. And, then it's the process done, and we look at whether or not it's going to leave the site. We do a corrective action once it's determined that it has been released. There are some notification requirements currently in rule, but this section we've worked very closely with Representative Bill Workheiser to further that notification process to make sure any releases from these sites are notified to the city, county, by the permittee, so that you get a faster notice out there. But we are every day looking at a monitoring system that monitors all these constituents that y'all named in there. It's required in the federal subtitle B, which is adopted in Georgia Code, also by the coal combustion residuals rules that we're talking about from last year, and those will be, we're working to adopt those into state law too.
The landfill is owned and operated by Republic Services, a multi-billion-dollar company that owns 190 landfills across the United States. They believe the coal ash issue is being overblown, and they point to data from the federal government and state government stating that coal ash is not toxic, it's not nuclear waste, it's been directed by the federal government to be put into the line landfills the Republic has. Russ Nockey is the Vice President of Communications and Public Affairs on hand and on the program to make their pitch. He had these comments about the rail spur not being an expansion project, but simply a rail spur development.
So what we're talking about tonight, again, is a rail spur development project. It is not an expansion of a landfill. The footprint or the capacity is not changing. Again, it's not a landfill expansion project. It's a rail development project. The last point that I'll make, the last bullet on the slide, what that really addresses, Broadhurst landfill is a municipal solid waste landfill. Any acceptance of coal ash at Broadhurst would involve a monofill cell. And we can dive into questions and answers, and I can explain more about what that would mean. But the federal government requires now that coal ash is going to have to be handled differently. Those requirements of all going in a line cell, we're going to take another step further and make it a monofill cell, meaning it's not going to be intermixed with any other material if and when we start accepting it. And I assure you that we will communicate with you before that ever happens. But if and when we begin accepting coal ash again, because it was once accepted there, it would be a monofill cell on top of the liner system that we're happy to talk further about in questions and answers. So coal ash, just briefly, coal ash is the result of, or the residue, if you will, of electric facilities that burn coal to produce power. Historically, electric facilities have taken that coal residue, that ash, and they've done one of two things with it. They've either put it in a pond or they've laid it out kind of on the field almost as dust to sort of decompose over time. The federal government has been looking at coal ash since 1993, not just the EPA, but the U.S. Geological Service as well. Independent experts have been studying the notion of coal ash and how best to dispose of it for, again, more than 2 decades now. Time and again, they come back with the same conclusion. It is non-hazardous. And coal ash is not, this is important for you to be aware of, is not regulated as a radioactive material. Again, coal ash is not regulated as a radioactive material. So the federal government has told the electric power producers that use coal to produce power. They've got to do something different. That it's got to go in a lined landfill. It's got to go in a Subtitle D lined landfill, such as Broadhurst.
Republic says they have a website up and running. They're also accepting public comments and questions as they continue their PR campaign. They're announcing that on March 30th they'll conduct an open house. Naki opened his comments with a public apology, though, stating that they are at fault for not being open and transparent with their plans concerning the landfill. Naki pledged to be more transparent from this point forward. But when we come back, it was clear from those in attendance at the meeting last night that this will be a battle from this point forward, and there's an effort in a fight to prevent Republic from ever seeing that rail spur being built in Wayne County, because if it is built, the bottom line is that they plan to haul coal ash into the landfill. We'll have more on the public comments and those on the program when we come back after these commercial messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Neesmith from Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup. At Neesmith, we have the biggest inventory of new and used vehicles around. We also have the best prices guaranteed. We know everyone wants the best vehicle at the best price. At Neesmith, we'll give you just that. We sell all makes and models from Lexuses, Nissans, BMWs, and of course all GM and domestic cars too. Best of all, if we don't have the vehicle on the lot you want, we can get it for you in just a day or two, tops. All we ask at Neesmith is before you buy to give us a chance to save you some money. We will have the best prices and give you the most for your trade guaranteed. So don't pay too much. Come and see us today and let us show you how we can get you into the vehicle you want at the lowest price, guaranteed. Only at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup on Highway 341 towards Brunswick, or visit us online at neesmithnow.com. That's neesmithnow.com, or at 912-427-2045. There ain't nothing wrong with the right price.
This is your Sheriff, John Carter. For the past 32 years, it has been my honor and privilege to serve our county as a deputy, the chief deputy, and for the past 11 years as your sheriff. I served our country in the United States Army. I am a Vietnam veteran. I have a degree in criminal justice and over 2,100 hours of training in law enforcement, drug enforcement, jail management, and court security and services. I have the experience, knowledge, and skills necessary to continue to lead the sheriff's office in a positive direction. Your vote and continued support will be greatly appreciated. Paid for by the committee to re-elect John Carter.
This is Bill Parker with Parker Insurance and Realty, your locally owned and operated independent insurance agency. We specialize in home, auto, commercial, ATV, motorcycle, and boat insurance. Being an independent agency, we have the ability to find you the best price available to suit your insurance need. At Parker Insurance and Realty, we can help you package your insurance or find the specialty insurance required to get you covered. We are your source for any real estate needs, whether buying or selling. We can help you. Give us a call today so we can discuss your insurance or real estate needs. Parker Insurance and Realty, 265 South Macon Street, 427-9345. That's 427-9345.
We continue with more from the meeting last night at the Coastal Pines Technical College Auditorium, where you have more from those that were on the program regarding the proposal to haul tons of coal ash into the landfill at Broadhurst. Also on the program last night was Dink Neesmith, who's been writing about this proposal for weeks now in the Press Sentinel. Neesmith says Republic's nothing more than a bully, and that one that simply cannot be trusted.
If I am breathing, I am with you, fighting for the health and the well-being of our community, my hometown. In the battle against this bully, Republic, like you, I can find no peace of mind. And here's why. Despite Republic's legal and regulatory advantages, the whole issue boils down to one word. T-R-U-S-T. Trust. And since Republic's representatives snookered our leadership in 2005, this Goliath has demonstrated we cannot and should not trust it. The record will show Republic has done everything it can to keep its actions out of public view. Oh yes, it's put on a recent dog and pony show, but I can assure you, out in Phoenix, Arizona, the big shots at Republic are laughing at us for being suckers. Really, can we afford to trust Republic? No. Republic says it has no contracts to haul toxic coal ash. Why then is Republic gobbling up thousands of acres in our pine woods? Why is Republic ready to spend millions of dollars to build a massive rail spur? Why is coal ash mentioned repeatedly in its application? Why is an official of CSX Railroad, the company that will profit from hauling toxic coal ash, why is that official contacting me to try to silence my uproar? And why has a vice president of the Georgia Power Company, the biggest producer of coal ash in the state, why is that top official contacting me to say my coal ash fears are unnecessary? He wants to bring his spin doctors to educate me more on the safety of coal ash. He accused me of using fear to sell our newspapers. That's just plain garbage, like you'll find in Mount Trashmore.
Again, those comments of Dink Neesmith. Former Congressman Lindsey Thomas also on the program. Thomas also against the Republic proposal. Thomas had these comments on Tuesday evening.
It's simple. It's because there are no limits or parameters on what the future holds for broadcasters. How long the trains will run, what will they really be bringing in, or from where will it be coming? Their 2005 agreement calls for anywhere in the United States that they choose to bring it in. Now, this is my precise message that we must keep in mind here this evening. Because Republic has dealt us out of the process and control, we consequently have no idea or any control over the future that we face. If EPD and EPA both sign off on permits that Republic is requesting, and if the Corps of Engineers commits to construction of the rail spur, then we have only one court in which we can present our grievances and our concerns. The Court of Public Opinion. It's the court you're in here this evening. And don't forget it elects presidents and congressmen and United States senators.
And once again, those comments to Lindsey Thomas. There's time for questions and answers. We'll have more on that tomorrow on Friday's newscast. Once again, a well-attended event last night. Overflow crowd at the college auditorium. Again, the message from those gathered is clear. They simply do not want Republic to be able to build a rail spur, and they definitely don't want coal ash brought into the landfill. Again, Corps of Engineers a big step in that process. And again, they state they'll accept public comment up until April the 5th. And we'll be back with some final news notes after these commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Chad Neesmith from Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup. At Neesmith, we have the biggest inventory of new and used vehicles around. We also have the best prices guaranteed. We know everyone wants the best vehicle at the best price. At Neesmith, we'll give you just that. We sell all makes and models from Lexuses, Nissans, BMWs, and of course all GM and domestic cars too. Best of all, if we don't have the vehicle on the lot you want, we can get it for you in just a day or two, tops. All we ask at Neesmith is before you buy to give us a chance to save you some money. We will have the best prices and give you the most for your trade guaranteed. So don't pay too much. Come and see us today and let us show you how we can get you into the vehicle you want at the lowest price guaranteed. Only at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC of Jesup on Highway 341 towards Brunswick, or visit us online at neesmithnow.com. That's neesmithnow.com, or at 912-427-2045. There ain't nothing wrong with the right price.
Hey, I'm Pastor Justin Mitchell from Turning Point Worship Center, and I want to invite you and your family to come be a part of our Easter weekend activities. This upcoming Saturday, March the 26th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come and join us for our Easter egg hunts for all ages, activities for the entire family, games, entertainment, and so much more. Then on Easter Sunday, March the 27th at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m., I want to invite you to come and experience the last 7 words of Jesus Christ with our 7-mile miracle services, 3D video, graphics, music. It's going to be an incredible, powerful day, and I want to invite you and your family to come join us Easter weekend at Turning Point Worship Center.
Join us at the 4th Annual Barbecue for a Cure, benefiting Wayne County's Relay for Life event. The team from Wayne Memorial Hospital will be selling Boston butts at $25 a piece or a slab of ribs for $20. Tickets are on sale until March 17th. Cash or check accepted. To secure your tickets today, call 912-530-3118. Buy your tickets for these delicious Boston butts and ribs by March 17th. Wayne Memorial Hospital, caring for the community.
Some quick final notes in the news. Both the Dogwood Festival and the Southern Pride Ag Ride taking place this weekend here in Wayne County. Edna Williamson will be our special guest on today's Butch and Bob show. She has all the details on the Dogwood Festival. For more on the Southern Pride Ag Ride, simply contact the Board of Tourism Board office at 427-3233 or visit their website at waynetourism.com. And finally, on Friday's newscast, WIFO-FM will have more with our interview with candidate for Sheriff Kevin Johnson. Also have the details on why he was dismissed from the Sheriff's Department back in 2013. When he worked for Sheriff John Carter. Under the Open Records Act, we were able to obtain the official report regarding his termination. We'll have that report for you on Friday's newscast. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.
Just time in first, hard down, steady nut. Last lagger, no lags over.
That's what Woody used to say when he was little Woody about to shoot a game of marbles.
And when you get my Woody Folsom deals, you might think I lost my marbles.
Hey now, it's Truck Mart at Woody Folsom Automotive. Better get to Bexley where you can save up to $10,000.